Let's dive into some low cap cryptos. It's what we all want because low caps have a higher potential to blow up, of course, if it's a good project. So let's take a look if we can find some good projects which are still very low cap instead of the top 10 or the top 25, which is safer but won't make you a millionaire if you have anything under $100,000 probably. So let's get into it. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. I'm here every day, bull market, bear market, sideways market, whatever for market. First thing, at the moment of recording, Bitcoin still $43,800, looking quite fine. Altcoins are having a little pullback, but it's just a little. It's because Bitcoin is coming down a little bit, but it's not much. Like if you zoom in on the daily, it's basically not even going down, but it went down from yesterday. Okay, fair enough. If we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance though, the Bitcoin dominance went pretty low yesterday and it went up a little bit, although it's still red. So all with all, Bitcoin down a little bit, Bitcoin dominance up a little bit. But it's all just a little bit, right? It's like nothing. But that already shows that some altcoins have a little pullback, but it's basically not even mentionable. What I want to do in this video, by the way, because the famous Becker just dropped a video with a list of coins that he is interested in to buy for the next bull run, and I saved those coins because it happened to be that most of these coins I have it in my portfolio as well. It's mainly because I love crypto gaming, and I think crypto gaming could be pretty big. And he's mostly into crypto gaming as well. Now, what I also find interesting is that he talks about the same stuff that I'm also very interested in, Launchpads. If we combine those two, then you can, do the math. And there is one project that I completely missed out on, but there is one other project that has that combination as well, which is still super micro cap. So let's take a look at that. First, the Becker list. Wait, I don't want to spoil a shit. Wait, can I do that? Nah, I will spoil a shit. Fuck it. So the first one on his list was AVAX. And I get it because AVAX is a very good chain for crypto gaming. A lot of good games being built on AVAX. And as you can see, AVAX had a pretty decent run from $8 to $34. I must tell you, at 33, I decided to take some profits myself, slightly higher than 33. Why? Well, because the whole market looks a little overheated right now. But, over the long run, I do think that AVAX has a lot of room to go way higher. And we look at the Fibonacci tool, then $63. I don't know what up with 40. What the fuck I'm saying? $63 is the 0.382. But if we look at the golden zone, the 0.5 and the 0.618 should come in at around $100. So let's say $90. That's the golden zone for AVAX. And I know it's just a 3x from this point, right? Hey, who says it can go beyond all-time highs, right? I mean, AVAX has the potential to do so, but let's not waste too much time as this is not really a low cap. Same goes for IMX though, but I do think that IMX is super interesting. In every, video that I talk about my top, how and how much, IMX is there. IMX has a lot of coins coming to it. It has like 200 gaming projects releasing probably in 2024. And there will be hits right there. And I really recommend everybody to be in the Launchpads to catch those. And we'll talk about a couple of those in a second. The next one is Beam. Beam is Merit Circle. It is pretty new, but it is, really catching some momentum. And if you take a look at Beam right now, it's funny that they have a market cap currently of $800 million, and you might feel like, oh, that's a lot. But $800 million, if we, for example, do take a look at Avalanche and we compare it to the last cycle, especially since crypto gaming is such a popular thing, right? I think that Beam is definitely something that can, explode more than AVAX did last time. Hey, that was 30 billion. So for all we know, has Beam the potential to do at least a 30x from this point? Who knows? Um, just know that in the crypto gaming bull market, valuations can get unrealistic high, right? I mean, I don't know if you witnessed the 2021 meme season, but there were like space cum rocket fuck Floki coins that had a 50 million dollar market cap. I felt like, okay, people have way too much money right now. It's beautiful, but just give it to me then. But now you have to release a meme coin for that. So I understand that, if you actually have a good narrative, like Beam, it could do really well. And I've drawn these lines. It's not even valid anymore. It's already broken way above it. It's like crazy. The next one that he talked a lot about is Sidus. Now, Sidus is having a little trouble right now, finally, as it should, because Sidus had an amazing run. It went up with a 13x in the last 1.5 month or so. Where the fuck is the pullback, right? You should get a pullback. And yeah, we had a pullback from 0.009 to 0.006. Was that the big pullback? I don't know. The thing is that they just announced that they are going to start a Launchpad as well. Mainly probably focused on crypto gaming. And I think that did not really pump the price, but it made a lot of people not sell. As like, yeah, it has a whole different utility to it right now. What Becker also mentioned was Nakamoto Games. I have bought Nakamoto Games at 3 cents. No, that's not true. It's 6 cents. But I sold it like not much higher than that. So it's now it touched $2.20. So is there some regret? What right there? Well, yeah, right. Like Nakamoto did exactly what like nobody expected. Like you can say like, yeah, Nakamoto is a good project. Of course it moons, but nobody expected it to do a freaking 50x during the complete bear market, which is freaking insane, right? So I can imagine that, I don't know, I'm not buying this right now, just because of this, right? Just because of this, but I love the project, and if I think back about it, it was way too undervalued for what it did, and I should have never sold. Hey, mistakes we make, man, but I'm not buying it right now, as I do think it will do very well in the bull run, but it ran too hard for me. I'm not buying a 50x pump. I'm not giving myself like, hey, you want to be, you need some exit liquidity. Here I am, man. Um, it could also be that this was a real bear market hatch, and that in the bull market people take their profits and move it to something else. I don't know. Yeah, it's not for me anymore. Whack Me Games, bought a little bit. Whack Me Games is also something that he discussed, and hey, it's a good project, man. I love it. And they have their tower defense game, which is super addictive. It's good stuff, and it has been mooning quite crazy. It also did, 5x from the bottom until where we are right now. If it comes back, this is definitely something that I'm looking at. Same goes for Super. I had a good bag of Super, but I made a 6x on it, I think, and I've sold it at 70 cents, man. 60 something and 70 cents. Just because it pumped so hard, and it is sitting at resistance. Hey, and this market shows us resistance is there to be broken, but after making a 6x, come on, use your brain, take some profits. But once this goes down to wherever, I am definitely buying back into this. Hey, and if it doesn't come down, then it doesn't come down. Also fine with me. But like 30 cents, maybe 40 is a good first level. And the real big support is sitting at around 25 or something like that. But that's far from here. But then again, yeah, it also pumped very hard from 7 cents to 70 cents in a matter of a couple of weeks. So, hey, after such pumps, and the fear and greed index almost exploding. A lot of people, they say like, yeah, we'll go on forever. I'm not really that sure if that's going to happen. And what I did is okay. So I had a lot of Launchpad tokens. I had like Bitcoin. I had some previous tokens from the previous bull market that now were finally in profit, and I bought a little bit of like shit here and there, but not with a lot of money, just a little bit of money. And I did phenomenal. I made a well. I'm not gonna talk about how much I exactly made in the last couple of months, but I did really well. So what I did is I've bought a car. I've took my profits on a lot of projects and not even like half of it. Like I said earlier, once Bitcoin hits $48,000, 52, then I'm gonna really take half out of it because the market gets too overheated, and that's like showing danger signs. But I take some profits out, bought a pretty cool ass car, and that's good because my car can't go down that much as crypto. At least when I'm driving in it, it probably can. But I feel like, man, it's not the right time to make expensive expenses right now. But I do feel like, hey, yeah, it will be worth less when I sell it again, but I can always sell it and buy back crypto, right? And at least my car won't go from 60 cents back to 15, and this chart can actually. And if it doesn't, it goes up. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Therefore, we're gonna talk about Launchpads. It's the hedge, like against everything. It's the crypto cheat sheet. If you are not in Launchpads, you either haven't done your research or you haven't grown your brain cells. It is so easy. It is so fucking easy. But before that, Miria. It's funny. He mentioned Miria. I have a Miriam node running, so I am not buying Miria off of the open market. I get like, I don't know, some coins every day. It's not that much, but with the current prices, it is actually pretty cool. And I like Miria as a product, but I just know that if people have so much nodes running, they get these tokens daily, right? And they're gonna dump on me if I buy it. So I don't know if I should buy that from the open market. But then we have Seedify. Seedify is fucking mooning at the moment. It is absolutely crazy what it has been doing. And yeah, to be honest, I want to see how this goes. I want to see how this goes. Because Seedify went, and like this is a launchpad, right? And again, launchpads are the best way to make money with crypto. It's easy, it's really easy. But it went from 54 cents all the way to 480 or 470. Like, whoa, crazy, right? But now it came down to like $3 or so. But it is exactly where this, support is sitting, and this resistance right here, or support. So could it be that Seedify is actually just mooning like mofo and comes down and retest this and then goes up in the next leg? I don't know, man. It could be. To be honest, I hope it comes down a little bit because for my project, the project that I founded, what do you mean? We invest in crypto pre-sales and we were tier 9 on Seedify, but at $3.34, we have sold 50,000 tokens just because we bought at 60 cents. So we made a 6x on quite some money. So we sold some. And I hope we can buy it back later, and if not, then not. But yeah, Seedify, I think it could go way higher in the bull run than this. Yeah, if we look at Fibonacci, it says like, hey, $7 is a 0.382, and if you look at the golden zone, it's somewhere between $9 and $11, which is by far a new all-time high. Not price-wise, but market cap-wise, it is. But then again, Launchpads are going to be hotter than ever, so I think it could also take out their price all-time high. So currently at $4. Probably a very interesting play. But I'm not saying buy it right now. I mean, it ran so hard and, we had a great time. But a lot of things are running. He also talked about Inspect. This was a pre-sale that came out and it's holding up pretty good. And that's a pretty interesting sign to me. I haven't bought this, but it is an interesting project. If you look at the market cap for Inspect at the moment, it's around fucking not showable. So let's go to coin market cap, Inspect. It's around 30 million or so, $40 million market cap. So $40 million market cap, but 285 million fully diluted. Hey, I'm not saying it can do 100x from here. I mean, it could. Everything is possible, but it is running quite hard. I have to take a look at the, the vesting yet. So you might want to take a look at that. You can buy it on Kucoin, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Bybit, some a lot of exchanges. But it's not clear to me. Such a new project. Yeah, I mean, if you were in the pre-sale, therefore you want to be in Seedify and all that kind of stuff, then congratulations. If not, then yeah, maybe good to wait on it a little bit. Altura, a project that I'm talking about for a long time as well, something that I have in my portfolio, just sold a little bit as well, somewhere around where we are right now. Why? Well, topping out at the 0.618. Also, I made a lot of profits on it. It ran very hard, and I do think that the whole market is going to pull back at some point. But El Toro is something that if it goes down more, I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. Senate also, it goes with with Citus, but this is governance token, and usually governance tokens are better buys. So you might want to take a look at this. I do think that well, this is not. What the fuck am I doing? Here we go. Um, oh wow, yeah, exactly at the 1.618. Yeah, I think this should cool off as well. I think, like, again, I'm in a big, like, I think the whole market should cool off. And I know a lot of people on the channel don't agree with me. They say, no, it's up only, and we are seeing the bull run right now. It's not what I think, and I think we can get better prices. But you should already had some exposure also, right? You should not be on the sideline. Virtual poker is something that he talked about, and I must say that I agree on gambling. Just like D-Race, that's also one that he talked about. GambleFi is going to be big. Like, people are always gambling since way back in the days. And with crypto is gambling in the first place. So if you combine crypto and gambling, what do you get? Well, crypto basically. It's obvious. It's obvious. Um, Therefore, you see Rollbit doing so well, Virtual Poker doing now so well, D-Ray is doing so well, and also one that I want to talk about because he mentioned, like, hey, there's also another poker project that I talked about in the last bull run, but I'm not going to mention it right now. Which one is it? Well, of course, poker. And you can see it. A lot of people they knew what he meant by that. He pumped the price quite hard in one single day. But poker is a project which is about virtual poker. And if we take a look at the current market cap right now, it is not that high. So it's really a degen play. It's $6 million market cap. Fully disclosure, I have 5k invested. I've bought twice as low, and I'm up to X right now. I bought a little bit too late. Like, it ran way harder than this. It went from 0.0017 or something like that to like 10x. But with a $6 million market cap, easy 10x potential in my opinion. So I'm letting it ride, and I'll see what it does. But I think that this thing could fly quite hard. Um, yeah, and if you take a look at this, like, hey, the 0.382 comes in at around 4x from here. Is that true what I'm saying? No, it's 5x from here. And then we have the golden zone, which comes in way higher. So, yeah, chart-wise as well, it has a lot of room to grow, but it also has a lot of room to correct. For a lot of these projects, you can see that the big, support comes in at around this place, which is twice as low. And I think we should get there at some point, but it doesn't have to happen overnight, though. Also, blockchain bets, something that I have bought. By the way, if you like, he mentions it and it goes up, right? I'm such a motherfucker that if you check out the Patreon in the description, we have his wallets. He has multiple wallets. We also have Elliot Trades' wallet, but also Hasopedia's wallet. We have all their wallets, so we can see what these guys buy, right? So once they buy it, we get an update on our Discord, which you can access if you have the Patreon, and then you can maybe front run a couple people. I've made well over 30k in the last month by just buying right after he bought it, and then he mentions it and it goes up. It's quite insane how that works. Not that he's your all-time crypto guru or anything, but people just follow him, right? So we can get a little upsides on that. Another Launchpad, Polka Starter, is also something that he briefly mentioned. I must say that I don't know if I'm a fan of Polka Starter because they gave up in the bear market, right? See the Fi engine started all these Launchpads. They kept on going in the bear market. The Polka Starter was completely quiet. And I do feel like, okay, when the market conditions are tough, you're getting out of there. I don't feel like I can trust such a project, but maybe it completely turns around in the bull market. But it's also harder for them to get projects releasing on their platform, I think. So I don't know if that was smart. Now, what you can take a look at Just a tip, right? So we know that crypto gaming explodes, right? It's gonna be huge. Launchpads as well. We have seen it. Launchpads do bigger returns than average coins right now. If you combine it, yeah, money, right? So, but even launchpads alone, right? Launchpads are all blowing up. Like for example, if you take a look at a gaming launchpad, right? GameFi. Look what it did. I mean, yes, it got wrecked super hard. Like therefore it pumped as such hard as well. But more than a 10x, 10x, easy. But in a couple of weeks, 10x, and it's still going. It's easy. Spartadex, by the way, also about crypto gaming. Blah. Crazy. So what you should take a look at are launchpads. Whether you use them to participate in the pre-sales or not, I think these launchpads coins are doing really well. Now, what you can do is just look like, hey, what chains are there, right? Because every launchpad or every chain has a launchpad, right? So you can go to DeFi Llama, look at chains, for example. You know, okay, what we have: Ethereum, Tron, BEC, Arbitrum, Polygon, Solana, Optimism, Avalanche, Cardano, Chronos, etc. So, for example, Arbitrum. Well, you can take a look what's being built on Arbitrum right here. So you can find all the projects. But you can also do some research on like, hey, what are some launchpads on there? Well, Spartadex happens to be one, but it is not classified as a launchpad right here. So I don't think that DeFi Llama has, yeah, it has launchpads. Okay, cool. So you can take a look at launchpads, right? So like I said, you have Spartadex. So we have Sparta. Well, that's a launchpad that I really like. $30 million market cap. It's low cap, right? But there's also a launchpad. And just do some research and you will find it. But I will cover it more in this channel. And I will make a top 10 low cap launchpad video, I think. High risk, but high reward. But there's also one which is called RBPad. Now, RBPad is a launchpad with a current market cap of $2.3 million. That's fucking low cap. If you look at Cetify, it's 100 times as much, right? And it will never do what Cetify does, probably, but still super low cap. I haven't bought this because of this, right? It did a 5x in 2 weeks anyway. It was super low cap, but Launchpad season came faster than I thought, to be honest. But once the market cools off, then I'm gonna look at these low cap launchpads, right? Look, I mean, come on, it went from 0.7 to 0.45, but then a zero less. Crazy. But there's Arbitrum, but there is Sui, there's Aptos, there's Cardano, there's like a lot of chains out there. And check it out, all these chains have a launchpad or more. So that might be a cool thing. Now, again, stuff like this is super high risk. I mean, we're just looking at like, hey, it's a launchpad and it's low cap. Let's buy it, right? Let's do some more research on that, and we'll do that in the next video. But this might be the crypto cheat code, and it kind of showed already because we had a little launchpad season and it already 5x in 2 weeks, right? So I hope the market cools off. We get some good entries because launchpad season isn't over. This is not even the bull market yet. This is not even alt season yet. This is nothing, right? We will get the real fun in a year, I think. The real fun in exactly a year, right? Like December 2024. And then these things go really this is already parabolic, but really parabolic. So let's take a look how that is going to work out. In the meantime, I have a sore throat. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Again, check out the Patreon, I have to shield something. And is there anything else for today? No, there is nothing else, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here. Have a fantastic day.